Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We're out here in nature. It feels great. We are raising the frequency. I received a question from a young woman who said that she is following her heart's desire. She knows what she wants. She has a passion. However, she wants to know how to get there. How to afford to live your dream. I can share with you what's helped me along my journey, and we have to be very careful not to confuse success with money, because success is all part of the journey. It is not the destination. So, 7 secrets to success, to becoming the greatest version of yourself. What's helped me along my journey is, number 1, you need a passion. You need to know what you want, and you already do. And that is the biggest step, because passion is the catalyst for manifesting your desires. You ask some people, what do you want to do? I don't know. I don't know. Now someone will give you a job. Create your own world, or someone else will. And the more you move into your passion, the more you start creating the world you want to live in. And you have to also go into the focus. Are you focusing on what you want, or are you focusing on what you fear? Because you are drawing nearer to you whatever you are thinking about, because thoughts are magnets. So know what you want. Number 2 is all about honoring yourself, your self-worth. Do not compromise your integrity. Many of us, we are in environments which do not serve us. So to become successful is to see that you already are successful, number 1. But the second step is to move into an environment that complements your own energy. I talk to many people who are suffering from depression, and I always give them the advice of changing your environment, because if you go to the same place where you feel depressed, you are actually creating an energy grid. You're creating an energy vortex for that depression to accumulate. So once you start going into nature, now you are in the presence of beautiful air. But once you can accept yourself to say, okay, I don't have to go along with the crowd. I can do it my way and thrive. I don't have to survive. Number 3 is all about where we see we have to surround ourselves with people who uplift our spirit. It's not about walking alone anymore. It's not about holding yourself tight at night. You have to network, because the people that you connect with will help you build your dream. The people that are around you who don't have any interest in your dream, why are you around them? Because it's going to be that much harder. So we have to see that. Connect with those who remind us who we are. Number 4 is all about beliefs. Letting go of limiting beliefs. And that's why every day I'm using mantras. I am wealth. I am abundance. We have to let go of whatever is no longer serving us. We have to more so let go of whatever is stopping us. And that is why when we look at the words we are using, they affect our beliefs, which in turn affect our actions. Once we can see how much power lies within our hands, just to start seeing that what you tell yourself is what you become. And I have seen this along my journey. I say to myself every day, I can become greater. Because being in this dimension, it's all about expansion. And we have to let go of fear. We do this by changing our old habits and creating new ones which serve us. So when we talk of just breaking limiting belief systems, we have to see it's all a story. The storyline we have, whatever we tell ourselves, we have to ask ourselves, how is this serving us? Because many of us, we love to focus on our past. I had a hard life. But if you are not using it for a reference, then what else is it valid for? That's all you need to use it for. Unless it's going to uplift you. Because many of us, we spend so much time feeling sorry for ourselves. I used to. And then I realized it's all about being in the present moment. And you see, we can't just say change our thoughts. We have to see that the body is the unconscious mind. Over 90% of communication is non-verbal. So right now, my back is straight. Get straight. Okay? I'm ready to breathe in deep from the base of my spine. And now I feel wealthy. Because wealth is health. It is being able to breathe the best air in the world. Going into nature. It is not just how much money is in your bank account. Because most of the money is fiat currency. However, we are the original currency. Number 5 is all about where we start changing our attitude. Because what makes people wake up early? What makes people sleep in? It is just an attitude. It is just about changing your perspective. That means that you can't stay in the same position. Change your angle. Start moving out of your comfort zone. And that's why every year I love to travel to different countries, because I am always surprised. And it does wonders. Number 6 is about studying. When we talk of being successful, we also, first of all, we have to change our view of what success is. Because for me, there is no success, there is no failure. It is about transcending that duality and merging into the power of now. But once you start reading people like Steve Jobs, study Steve Jobs, study Michael Jordan, study Warren Buffett, study Oprah Winfrey. And then these are really wealthy people in terms of materialistic wealth. But then study people who also have this spiritual wealth. That's what I did along my journey, and it empowered me 100%. I was studying the great spiritual master Mikhail Ivanov from Bulgaria. Changed my life forever. And you see that you need that wisdom. Eckhart Tolle, the power of now. Dr. Jewel Pookrum, amazing inspiration for me in my early journey. And all of that should be leading us back to ourselves, because we have to see that ultimately the greatest book lies within ourselves. And that is why I always say, I am not a guru in Lakesh. I am another yourself. I am a reflection of your mind. And once you can see that, all the answers lie within yourself. You start reading yourself. You start reading your body language. Am I feeling tense? Am I feeling tight? Because all of this will lead you and will help you become the greatest version of yourself. What has helped me along my journey is to also study business. What is business? Business is any activity which is engaged in the supply of goods and services to satisfy human wants. What is a sole trader? A sole trader is a one-man business owned and controlled by the proprietor. What is love? Love is in the air. So once you start realizing the power of business and economics, you realize that nature is all about business, because everything is based on the law of exchange, giving and receiving, inhalations, exhalations, coming, going. So once we see that, the more you can share yourself with the world, you start becoming more abundant. You start to have this wealth which will be the fuel for you to follow your dream. You have to put yourself out there. To stop waiting for people to come up to you, you have to sometimes be the one that goes up to other people. And it served me along my journey. We have to ask ourselves, are we envious about people who have abundance? Because once we resist it within other people, we resist it within ourselves. I was seeing a long time ago, I used to work in a library a long time ago, and I used to read a lot of books, and it said a lot of very wealthy people in our society, what they do is that they watch very little TV. I'm talking about people who are in the billionaire, that kind of league. They watch very little TV. But also on a deeper level, many people have accumulated wealth through war, through a lot of trickery. So we have to see that the true wealth is your inner balance, and seeing that you also deserve to live in a beautiful house, to have a beautiful garden. Because right now, it's about moving out of the poverty mindset. It's about fusing the right brain, the creativity, with the left brain, the logic, fusing the spiritual with the material, because in essence, they are one. And lastly, number 7, a great secret I've learned along my journey for success is to see that we have to use radical action. Whatever we do, we always have to do it with 100% total commitment. 100% motivation. And we have to stop thinking all the time. We have to start moving into our bodies. We do this by breathing, by eating beautiful plant-based foods, because beautiful plant-based foods are full of phytonutrients. So this gives us the energy we need to move into that radical action. Because if we don't have the energy, how could we do anything? But more so, it's just about realizing that we can redefine the rules. So once you can see that ultimately your heart knows what it wants, and that is fantastic. And the next step is to see that the universe always provides. However, we have to put our thoughts into actions. Mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes along my journey, but every mistake I've made, I have seen that it is a stepping stone to help me become the greatest version of myself. Instead of focusing on what you never did, be glad that you did something. Success and failure are one in the same. The bigger question is, how are we enjoying what we are doing? Once we start moving more into the feeling, not just doing it for doing's sake. Many of us, we're in a hurry to get nowhere fast. We are seeing that not everything that glitters is gold. To become powerful beyond measure, you have to start giving yourself your own unique value system. We have to start changing the perception of who we think we are. Byron Katie has the work, which is fantastic, and that is all based on our storyline. Whatever we are telling ourselves is a story. Is it true? Is it false? It doesn't matter. The greater question is, how is this serving me? Some people say I'm the best, I'm great, I'm fantastic. And if it is making them feel great and fantastic, then that is wonderful. But right now, to live in more abundance, it's about keeping alive the inner child within you, having fun, going into nature, planting your feet, letting go of the distractions all around us. That's what I'm doing along my journey. But more so, realizing that the guru is you. You have all the answers within you. That's what I realized. And that's why anything I read or watch, it is just serving as a catalyst to remind me of who I am. A great secret I have learned along my journey is to let go of perfection, because letting go of perfection is where perfection begins. And when we talk of just going for our dreams and being financially stable, we have to see that it is good enough. Whatever we are doing, it is okay. It is fine. Many of us, we end up doing nothing because it is never good enough. So the only way to be free of perfection is to enjoy failure. Change how you see it, and it frees you. A great way as well to start generating revenue is to start changing your attitude towards money. Some people say money is negative. All money is a collective belief system. Money is just a piece of paper. It holds no inherent value. You do, and resources do. But the problem is that we do not exist alone. Money is a collective belief system. Reality itself is a shared illusion. So we have to see that we can use money but not become used by money. And eventually we can work towards more bartering. But a great way is to start building up momentum in your everyday life through total commitment, through that action. Start moving your body. This is what I tell myself. When I start doing yoga, when I start skating, when I start walking really fast in the streets, because I am building that momentum. But more so, we have to do it every single day. A lot of the times when we talk of just success in our society, we also have to see that the greatest success is where you can enjoy life. And many of us, even though we have a lot of money, we have no inner balance. So it's also about enjoying the simple things in life, because it's the simple things in life which are the most significant. seeing the one you love, going for a walk, listening to your favorite song. Many people who have made lots of money in business, what they have done is that they have created an idea. Look at Steve Jobs with Apple. And this is powerful because it is showing us we have to be producers and not just consumers, because there is nothing generated in labor, only in ideas. We have to be original. We have to do something which has never been done before. And eventually, we can just see how everything is falling into place. More so, we have to ask ourselves, am I willing to stand up for something? Because it's only when you have a firm conviction within your heart that you start to really manifest your desires. I've seen it along my journey. I wasn't always this cheery. I was smiling a lot, but right now I'm just seeing so many manifestations come into play because I've seen the secret. Once you change your energetic vibration, everything aligns to that same vibration. Once you change one area of your life, every other area of your life automatically changes. And right now on the planet, it's time for elevation. It's time to be free. A great book about business I've been reading lately is Levi Roots. You can get it if you want it. And it is fantastic because here is someone who he created reggae sauce. And it's just inspiring to see his story, his journey. But even more inspiring to see that he has still kept his integrity. So it is amazing once you can start seeing how other people have managed to become the greatest versions of themselves. A concept I love is by Rupert Sheldrake, and he talks of morphic resonance. Right now on the planet, we are living in a phenomenal time. We are living in the digital age. We are living in the age of communication. And he talks about how if a group of animals in a certain region on Earth learn a new behavior, automatically all the other animals of the same species end up picking up the same behavior. And that's what I see is happening right now on the planet. The more we can spread positivity, the more we can spread messages of elevation, we can create a world where everyone can enjoy the fruits of the abundance all around us. We may not even need paper money. We can create another form of currency, because money is a technology. Money is just an idea, but all ideas can be changed. Success, becoming your greatest version, is all about having the ability to adapt to change. Never get too comfortable. That is why I am making this video right here. First time. And it feels good, but I am not going to get attached. We have to throw ourselves in ice cold water and still be able to smile. That is how you know you are onto something major. Smile, baby. Just smile. What's helped me along my journey is to start investing more into my passion. So I love making videos. So buy a better camera, buy a better lens. I counsel people, so buy a better webcam. So all of these investments are going to be beneficial to your line of work. The secret of never having to work a day in your life is to make your work your playground. And that's what I'm doing right now on my journey. It feels marvelous. It feels freeing. It feels so good. That could be a song. But we just have to see there are so many possibilities for us. There are so many options. What's helped me along my journey is to create multiple streams of income. And this is guaranteed success. Once you can start putting the quality in your work, you have nothing to worry about. Once you start putting the heart into your work, you have nothing to worry about. Because the work will speak for itself and you can become versatile. What I do is that I counsel people. I write books. I do cinematography on the side. So that guarantees me an infinite flow of abundance. Many of us, we put all our eggs in one basket. So you say, okay, I've got a job, I'm secure, but at any time your boss can say you're fired. Now what are you going to do? So if you love your job, that is beautiful. I loved my old job, but at the same time, I was riding when I was there because I knew I could do better. I knew that I could merge with the greater part of myself, my higher self. I knew that life was so much more, and I deserved to taste its ambrosia. Have fun, stay smiling, stay happy, but more so, be thankful for everything in your life, because the more you have that gratitude consciousness is the moment you start to live in pure abundance. We are out here in nature, having fun, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy,